Everything you need to know in less than 5 minutes. Ever since she got buffed, Morgana is insanely strong in both the jungle and the support position. When jungling, you start with red or blue buff, then move to Crux or Grom respectively, and finally clear raptors or wolves before moving to the other half of your jungle. Since you are level 3 now, you can kill your remaining buff plus Gromp or raptors at the same time with your rank 2 W. Due to your insane clear speed, you can now take the Scuttle Crab instantly when it spawns and look for a gank right away. Morgana's passive, while being insignificant when playing support, is one of the main enablers of her jungle playstyle. Not only do you stay healthy due to the regeneration against large monsters, but it also increases your clearing speed by lowering the cooldown of your W. Since W is your main farming spell, you must max it first in the jungle. For support Morgana, however, you max it last, as the increased snare duration from your Q and the utility from your E are highly important and you are not supposed to take farm anyway. Your Q is amazing at setting up kills for your team no matter which position you play. As a jungler, it's your main ganking tool, and as a support, the entire lane dynamic depends on whether this spell is currently on cooldown or available. While the hitbox is rather wide, enemies can still dodge this skill shot if you fire it from far away, so make sure you use it well. During all stages of the game, your success as a Morgana player will largely depend on how consistently you can hit this ability on the right target. W is your most important jungling tool since pretty much all of your damage comes from this spell. But even as support, your W has important applications. While it doesn't do much damage at rank 1, it still annoys your lane opponents and forces them to move out of it. This makes their movement more predictable, allowing you to hit your Q more easily. Most importantly though, the first tick of this spell is pretty much unavoidable, which makes it an excellent tool for stacking your support item. Morgana's E should be used reactively for the most part, allowing you to block high-impact enemy crowd control spells aimed at your most important team members. However, when you are hard engaging, for example by ganking a lane, you should cast the shield on yourself. This makes it extremely easy for you to set up your ultimate, as you can now run down your target without giving them any chance to stop you in time. Morgana's ultimate is actually quite difficult to use though, because you must be in the center of a fight to actually get proper value out of it. And this is easier said than done, since Morgana is just a squishy enchanter at the end of the day and will die rather quickly when you play frontline. As a jungler, you do your job best when you have a lot of burst damage. Therefore, your best rune page is Dark Harvest, Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collection and Ravenous Hunter with Transcendence and Water Walking secondary. Your shards are double adaptive force and armor. Even though Electrocute would be the better burst rune in a vacuum, you always take Dark Harvest on Jungle Morgana instead, because you can so reliably trigger it with your W. The nature of this rune also synergizes extremely well with W's execute damage, allowing for maximum burst in situations where it's most relevant. Your jungle item and easy access to blue buff further enables you to skip mana regeneration in your rune page and instead prioritize the more aggressive options. Support Morgana on the other hand uses Guardian, Font of Life, Bone Plating and Revitalize with Mana Flow Band and Transcendence secondary. When you press the like button, Guardian is just a ridiculously powerful keystone in a dual lane and even more so on a champion with a shield. The rune also protects yourself, which is crucial when it comes to using your ultimate, as the extra survivability allows for more aggressive positioning. Spamming your W to stack your support item is quite mana intensive, so you need Mana Flow Band for your lane phase. For items, you want to go for the core of Liandry's, Sorc Shoes and Zhonya's Hourglass when jungling. In the support position, you are more on a budget and therefore buy the cheaper alternatives of Imperial Mandate and Ionian Boots of Lucidity. Zhonya's Hourglass is a very strong item on any caster, but on Morgana it is absolutely crucial. This item is what enables you to reliably use your ultimate in teamfights without instantly getting deleted. Using it to its full potential is also quite skill intensive though, as enemies can easily just run out of your ultimate if you press Zhonya's too early. You need just the right timing, and it can feel rather clunky to use in some situations. Your next items are pretty much always Morellonomicon and Demonic Embrace, as both work amazingly well with the damage over time from your W. Which one you get first depends on the enemy team. This itemization is always optimal for jungle Morgana, but for support Morgana I have a secret hidden OP off-meta item build for you. Let me present Tank Morgana. You rush Locket of the Iron Solari, which effectively serves as a more flexible substitute for Zhonya's Hourglass. This inexpensive mythic item protects you with its raw tank stats while still providing important ability haste. You use the active in the same way you would use Zhonya's Hourglass, but with the added benefit of protecting your entire team and still being able to chase after your opponents. This makes you an absolute team-fighting monster with your ultimate, as the enemy will have no chance to kill you in time, while also not being able to run away. You get Putrifier second item, providing more haste and fixing your mana. This item also combos with your mythic, because now Locket's active additionally provides 60% grievous wounds for everyone affected. Your last item is Demonic Embrace for even more tankiness and extended healing reduction, as Putrifier gets reapplied by the burn. I've had a lot of fun and success with this build, so try it out and let me know how it felt. Now, if you found that video helpful, you can access an entire playlist of educational content like this by clicking the link on your screen right there.